In this video, we're going to take a look at the components in the DRA3 kit, produced in Canada in 2019 by Pearson Clinical, and this is the K-3 version. Just be aware that the Canadian edition of the DRA3 does not include the online or digital resources or online licenses as part of the print kit. These are separate components and they need to be ordered separately, and the costs for each of these can be found on the Pearson website. For those of you familiar with the DRA2, you'll notice that the packaging is very similar. The colors are different, but it still contains a lot of the same components as the DRA2. There are some redesigns of several of the resources, some additional components, and some revisions. Components that remain the same in the DRA3 are the hanging folders that contain the benchmark books and also the student assessment folders. The kit also includes the benchmark assessment teacher's guide and the blackline masters that accompany each of the books. As you can see here from this example, the format has been redesigned, updated and simplified. The kit also includes the word analysis teacher's guide and student assessment book. Word analysis assessments are recommended for emerging readers through grade 1, but can also be used with readers in higher grades who are struggling with literacy. Similar to the second edition, this kit contains the benchmark assessment books. They've increased the number of books and they've also added choices of fiction and non-fiction for each level. Books that were in previous collections that were not interesting or engaging to students have been removed, and books that have been retained have been revised and shortened. A new addition to this kit is the level estimator word list. The teacher can use this list to determine which level book to start with when doing an assessment, if there are no previous records available, DRA records available for the student, or the student is new to the school. Starting at page 85 in the Benchmark Assessment Teacher's Guide, there are a selection of blackline masters, generic blackline masters, and these can be used to help assess students' comprehension of text. DRA3 provides more resources that allow teachers to move from assessment to specific and targeted instruction to improve literacy. For example, the set of instructional routine cards provides explicit instructional strategies for teaching and practicing fluency, retelling, summarizing, vocabulary, and word reading. And the Progress Monitoring Assessment Guide gives teachers the strategies and resources for monitoring student progress every 2 to 3 weeks to ensure that literacy instruction is actually making a difference and students' reading is improving. So whereas the benchmark assessments occur 2 to 3 times per year, the progress monitoring assessment will happen every 2 to 3 weeks. And during this assessment, teachers will find out what specific areas of literacy need attention and then provide them with an if-then guidelines on how to address these specific areas of challenge or struggles. It should be noted here, however, that the 95 reading passages associated with this component can only be accessed through the DRA3 digital library, so a license would need to be purchased to get full advantage of this particular aspect of the assessment. If teachers do have access to the 95 reading passages, these passages can be used for instruction, for example, repeated reading and teaching comprehension strategies. This component also provides strategies for assessing and supporting ELL students. Teachers who have been administering K-3 assessments using the DRA2 should really have no difficulty navigating the updates and changes and revisions in the DRA3.